Hello, I'm Carolyn Herbert from the Finance News Network, and joining me from Oventus Medical is founder and clinical director Dr. Chris Hart. Chris, welcome back.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Now, Oventus Medical makes mouthguards to help people with sleep apnea related disorders. How does your product fit into the market?
Right, so a lot of people are aware, as you may be, that there's two main treatments for sleep apnea and snoring. One's the masks with a reverse phase vacuum cleaner that pumps air in to inflate or splint the airway to stop it collapsing, and the other type of treatment is a mouthguard that brings the jaw forward to stop the tongue from falling back into the back of the throat. What we've done is we've developed an airway. It's 3D printed in titanium, and as well as bringing the jaw forward, this airway allows the air to travel through the airway and exit straight into the back of the throat unobstructed. So if you look at the sites of collapse, only about 20% of them occur at the tongue base. The rest are soft palate, lateral collapse, or caused by nasal obstruction as well, or worsened by nasal obstruction. So with the airway, we bring the jaw forward to stabilise the tongue base, but we're also bypassing the upper airway resistance in the nose, soft palate collapse, and the tongue as well. So this technology is shown in our clinical trials that by allowing the air to pass through this airway, it's having a very similar effect to pumping it in with the CPAP. Having said that, for very severe patients, they may require still a little bit of positive pressure. And what we've found, if we use this as an interface, we're reducing pressures by 2/3 and doing it without a mask. So the main problems with people adhering to CPAP is too much pressure in the mask. So we've pretty much dealt with those objections for the patients that are outside of care.
And after FDA clearance of your O2 vent device, where are you at with that?
So we have three devices now cleared in the US. Our original device, the mono, and then we have what we call the O2 vent T, which is one style of advancing the mandible, and now we have the W as well. So what we can do, because of our IP position, we have very strong IP around our airway technology. So we can incorporate that airway into all of our competitors' devices, but they can't. So we've now developed 2 out of the 3 main types of products that are used in the market by dentists. The third one will be in market within the next 6 months. What that means is dentists across the world will have the choice of any type of oral appliance they like with their airway technology in it. And again, our clinical evidence is showing that a large percentage of patients have a very significant benefit by incorporating this airway technology. So in effect, we can service a large percentage of the market unopposed using whatever style of device the dentist prefers.
Very good. And Chris, now to your agreement with Modern Dental Group. Who are they, and can you tell us a bit more about them?
Look, that's a watershed moment for us in reality. Modern Dental are by far the largest manufacturer and distributor of dental prosthetics in the world. They're number 1, 2 or 3 in every major market. Very low cost manufacturer with huge distribution channels. So we're really lucky to be working with them and distributing our products through their distribution channels. They have 53 labs on every major continent, as well as a huge presence in Asia.
So what sort of volumes are you expecting to sell?
So we're putting together now the implementation plan to start selling with Modern. That'll run through the end of this year. Probably within 3 to 6 months we'll start to see sales increasing, and within those distribution agreements we've factored in the ability to get to cash positive by June 2019. So I think we'll see a significant ramp up through calendar year 2018.
And finally, Chris, what can shareholders expect in terms of news flow going forward?
Look, I think we should be looking out for the implementation of the Modern distribution agreement. So we'll be starting to drive sales through Modern in Australia and North America in the final quarter of this calendar year, and then starting sales in Europe as well in the first quarter of 2018. Along with that, we have a number of clinical trials underway, so we'll be releasing clinical evidence through the end of this calendar year and early next year that will then drive clinician adoption, and that will also then drive sales as dentists and sleep physicians start to see the place in the market and for their patients of this technology. We also have 2 or 3 more products coming to market in the next 12 months. So I would expect to see finalisation of the product line, growing clinical evidence, adoption by clinicians, and sales increasing through calendar year 2018.
Dr. Chris Hart, thanks for the update.
Great, thanks Carolyn.